Ayun. So, we are here on the second half of the recording. No worries, it will not take too long unless we will take a lot of things here. Okay. So, welcome again to the PWPH podcast. Sabi ko na ng mali yung pangalan ng show. Again, welcome to the PWPH podcast. Again, my name is Angelo here, and together with me again is Christian Anastasio, and then is Acosta here together with me, recording yet another episode of the show. This might be a longer, I hope this will supposed to be a longer one, but okay, let's give it a shot. This week's episode of Raw. Okay, we're not going to talk about Raw, but Raw is really, really interesting when it comes to the stories. But matches wise, we're not gonna dunk on that for now. Let's save it on another forum there, another episode, since we are going to have a SummerSlam episode, which it will be aired very soon. And yeah, so I hope when the season ends for the PWPH podcast, we're almost 8 episodes na on this show, season 1, then we're going to have a new season after ng release ng unang episode ng Puso Wrestling show. Then, yeah, fingers crossed that everyone will be fine. Sana maka-attend din tayo ng first show ni APW, no? So, for APW, recently announced their deal with Top Sports, and they're now starting airing their shows on Top Sports. Basically, they're airing the weekly shows of Astig over there. For context, they actually have this deal last 2022-2023. We're still on Blast Top Sports or Top Go TV. But for context lang, ito yung mga codes that they used to have. Then, eventually, yun na nga, nag-grow na yung deal nila, and now they have the streaming deal for AEW or FPW Astig. Why I'm telling LAW? We just talked about FPW streaming deal. But anyways, ayun, konting headlines muna on what we are going to discuss on this episode. Obviously, we will talk about wrestling history of Solar, konti lang naman. Then, we are able to talk about the current events of the local scene, about the TV deals sa Puso, yung Woo getting a TV deal finally. It's been a long time since Woo is not on TV, or wrestling is not on TV as well. And then, yun, pag-usapan na rin natin yung Tap picking up FPW and their shows recently. And we will talk about the tournament that we're having this August for Puso at yung Tagay na. Konti lang naman Tagay na. I'm not gonna review Tagay na in full, but I hope we can give it a full review. Okay, so that's our headlines this week. Let's dive into it. Solar Sports. Alam ko, Dens, dami kang history with Solar sa network nila, sports journalist. Pero let's dive into this. Solar used to air WWE, right? Under Jack?
Yep.
Or this Solar Sports name, they used to air WWE din, di ba? As far as I know.
Yep.
Okay.
I remember Jack.
I mean, Solar Sports banner. Alam ko
I
hindi.
can't recall Solar per se. Pero Jack, yes. Jack TV, they used to air wrestling under the Jack TV brand. Yung
Pero
kasi
Solar
naabutan ko.
Sports, Jack TV is technically under Solar, so that's there.
Yeah. Yun na naabutan
For
ko.
context
I
lang.
can't
Yun ang naabutan
remember.
natin.
I can't remember Solar per se showing
Pero,
WWE before.
Pero yun din kasi naging peak ng Solar eh. Na they used to air WWE and everything is looking fine with Solar until this recently. Then, I have to check things here habang nagdi-discuss tayo. Saan nga ba available ang Solar? Because I am generally confused where Solar Sports is airing. So, in context lang people, while we're discussing this, so Solar Sports obviously is available on Sky, Cable Link? Cable Link is still there. I can't believe. Wow. Lakas pa rin pala ni Cable Link. Then GSAT. I don't have GSAT. Sorry about that. So we used to have Sky, and Sky is a really good network naman. But let's face it, Signal is the leading network now when it comes to sports. And the only thing that they have is Signal shows or yung TAP. They also have
Mhm.
the international channels like yung SPO Sports ba yun? O network, 1 and 2. Then also other channels like yung mga international channels. But let's talk about Solar. So Solar actually started airing their thing in 1990. Hindi, actually they started to air shows under Solar Sports 21 years ago, October 30, 2002. And it's amazing that Solar is still there. Just wow.
Mhm.
Can't believe that. Akala ko talaga, Solar is dissolved and was converted into Jack TV, but it's not the case pala. Jack TV is actually the sister channel of Solar Sports.
Ni
Oo.
Solar. When they
Mm.
decided to branch into showing shit like wrestling, Family
Mhm.
Guy,
Yes,
comedy.
definitely. Napapanood ko rin yung Family Guy actually on their network. So, that's a good thing. Ah, yes.
Tapos may isa pa silang channel eh. I don't know if it was CSI ba
ETC?
or
ETC ba? Or yung 26, yung Second Avenue?
no, ETC in Second Avenue is hindi ko sure kung sa kanila pero I'm not referring to that. Yung parang ang palabas puro mga X-Files, mga ano, puro
Oh my God.
Crime 24 if I remember right or something like shows like that. Meron sila isang channel din na gano'n, puro gano'n naman ang palabas. Kasi hindi naman nila syempre pwede i-air sa Jack yon. Kasi ang Jack is more of pop culture,
Pang
mga
men kasi
comedy,
ang Jack TV. Sa para sa more on
exactly.
men leaning programs. Kaya kasama wrestling doon.
Oo. But they have this ano
Ayun.
yung parang mga thrillers,
Mhm.
thriller genre, horror genre, crime scene genre. They have this other channel. Tatlo yan eh. I
Oo.
can't
Wait lang. Try
remember.
ko lang i-check. Hindi ba ito yung ano? Hindi ba ito yung... Hindi siya Solar Specs. Hindi siya yun eh. Bago lang. Okay. So, check natin kung ano nga yun. Nakalimutan ko ano yung channel to eh. Pero I can assure this is not ETC. Hindi rin siya
CNS.
yung...
CNS.
Ah!
CNS or Crime Suspense, Jack TV, and
Oh
Solar
my.
Channel.
Oh.
See, I remember those.
RPN din to eh. This an RPN thing din eh.
Hindi,
Yeah.
aside
Ito pala
from
yung dating
RPN,
channel sa
there's
RPN.
also,
Yeah.
yes,
Mhm. There's actually a cable channel before it was
yes.
introduced on RPN. So, natatandaan ko to as RPN. Pero, iba pa din. Ang natatandaan ko kasi channel ni Solar, yung Second Avenue, definitely the BTV because I used to watch basketball then and they have a really good chunk of basketball there until it was removed and it was moved to ABS eventually TV5 getting the rights.
Mm-hmm.
Then they also have Jack City, Jack TV obviously. MTV. Yeah, MTV. They used to have MTV too. Saka yung they used to have also the NBA Premium TV, not to confuse with the
Actually,
TV Philippines. Mhm.
actually, what happened with that? The downfall of Solar. Fun fact, it started because of that.
Yeah,
Kasi,
it's a
yung
WWE.
carriage fees, hindi, no, not WWE, NBA TV. Because there used to be a joint partnership agreement between tripartite agreement between NBA, Solar, and ABS. Wherein
Yes.
si ABS nakikitap sa lisensya ni Solar to air free to air games. Kaso nung si ABS nagkaroon na ng contract kay NBA, pinirata nila without actually paying yung carriage, yung supposed to be parang licensing or carriage fees nila kay Solar para makigamit sa lisensya ni Solar before they got the rights per se. to air NBA games.
Yeah.
So, mabot sa korte, until sa korte said walang dapat bayaran si ABS, so maganda leche-leche.
And as far as I know, natapos to with ABS gaining rights, right? O it was
Yeah.
eventually
No.
removed.
Walang problem yung tangent yon. Ang
Mm.
gusto kasi, the problem with Solar is they were no longer able to renew their
Yeah.
contract with the NBA because they needed the carriage rights fees paid by ABS to be
Yes.
able to pay up sa NBA. Na ABS refused kasi nga parang ano nila, hindi, nakinabang na kayo sa ba't pa namin kayo babayaran? Tinulungan na nga namin kayo. Dapat basically, kinupal ni ABS si Solar and being the bigger network, having a
Mm-mm.
bigger imprint and mas malakas
Bigger
ang
platform.
legal muscle nila eh. No, legal muscle
Pero
nila.
wait,
They
is
have,
this, di ba separate ang deal ni Sports and Action sa DOS that time? O
initial,
magparehas lang?
initial,
Eh,
initially nakipigibak sila.
yeah.
Kaya siya
Yun ang
nagsimula
alam
ilabas
ko.
sa, kaya siya nagsimula ilabas was because nakipigibak sila sa lisensya ni Solar. Because in the beginning, Solar had exclusive rights to NBA.
Yeah. Through BTB and Sora Sports.
And NBA Channel Philippines. Sila ang OG
Yeah.
NBA Philippine Channel.
Yun. Pero yun nga. Kasi I really think Solar, doon sila nag-peak. Aside from WWE. Obviously, WWE is on Jack. So that's a different thing to talk about.
Mhm.
Pero it's technically under Solar pa din. So, good to hear that actually we are able to get this back or we are able to get Solar Sports back with this wrestling thing. Again,
Mhm.
it's a good idea then to Solar. Tingnan mo naman yung programming that they have. So, they have PFL. Ito
Mhm.
yung league for MMA. They also have Mobile One. Ito yung sa parang counterparts yata to ni F1. They also have KOTB Classics, okay. Abu Dhabi
Mhm.
Desert Challenge, B-League. B-League, yeah. They have B-League pala. Okay. Kala ko signal may hawak nito. Okay. So they have UCI World Tour. I'm not sure what this means. Ito ay
Mhm.
bikes. Yeah, bikes. Then also they have home court board stories. They have Easy Shop. Yeah, the legendary Easy Shop. Also they have Oras ng Himala, E-Coil, Precious on Cup, Asia Basket. Asia Basket is canon, right? Compared to the
I
other leagues.
can't remember.
Mhm. Then they have NCR Athletic Association, Shakey's
NCRAA.
Super League. They also have
Before,
the Shakey's. This is basically the successor of the PSL. Tama?
mm Yep, because basically, PSL, tawag dito. Because yung original na Shakey's V-League became the Premier Volleyball League.
Yeah, PBL. Which is owned by
So
Signal, by the way.
ngayon,
The rights.
partly. The rights and partly.
Mhm. And yeah, Shakey Super League is also on Aliw 23.
Mm-mm.
Wow, sayang
That's
yung
a new
channel na yun.
channel.
Sayang.
That's a new
Sayang,
channel.
nasasayangan ako. Ewan ko, pero nasasayangan ako sa Aliw 23. Used to be Studio 23. Pero, yeah, they could use it better. Pero, yeah, I think with the loss of Teleradio, the loss as well of the Action TV, I mean, 1PH as DTT, it makes sense siguro na Aliw can be the de facto news channel besides the big three, obviously. Also, they have Shakey's Girls Volleyball Invitational League. What? Different pa to?
Mm-hmm.
Different pala to? Okay. Then they have URCC. Oh, wait. Akala ko Signal na may-ari. Akala ko nasa ano na to. Sa I Want TFC. But okay. But yeah, UCAL and B-League Volleyball. Okay, that's their rights that they have. Ah, wait. Akala ko ito lang Akala ko yung SSL, yung Shaky Super League, and the B-League is actually same. Okay ba pala to? But okay.
No.
Okay.
Ang Sigis kasi got pushed out. So, they
Yeah.
partnered ngayon with the Philippine Super League. So, they became the Shaky
ESL.
Super League. Pero the original Shakey's V-League became the Premier Volleyball League. Nag-reorganize
Naging
yan kasi
professional.
around the time actually started semi-pro. Kasi sila Ricky Palu, kasi basically, the biggest stars of volleyball, like sila Alyssa Valdez, sila, a lot of the mga bata nila Ricky Palu. So, they were then comfortable going to the other side, to the Philippine Volleyball League, PVL. So, basically, talaga nasa SSL lang sila until they parlayed it and they were able to get the best players to play for them. So, eventually, I am not sure kung nag-buy-in ba yung mga stakeholders ng, nag-buy-in ata yung stakeholders ng PSL, ay PVL, PSL, yung
Pero wait,
original PSL,
or
nag-buy-in.
PVL is the one who is doing well in the volleyball scene, right?
Yep, kasi nag-buy-in doon yung mga taga-PSL. Gumrupo na lang sila na instead of making two groups that would cannibalize one another, why don't we just make one super, kaya nga naging, from Shakey's V-League, naging Premier Volleyball League. Kasi naging merger siya ng Shakey's V-League and ng Philippine Superliga.
And it really worked out on well when it comes to everything. Sobrang grabe yung volleyball, especially last year
Again, kasi volleyball is competitive. Basketball isn't competitive because of reasons that I would never want to talk about in any podcast.
Kaya mahabang discussion yun
Let's just say I am not at liberty to discuss.
Yeah, I agree. Marami din tayo madidiscuss dyan, pero it might take another episode to discuss
No.
Yeah.
Sa inyo na yun. I'd leave it to that. I would not partake in any conversations other than to say na there are glimmers of hope in the PBA right now and alam naman nila what they need to do to stay relevant. Nasa sa kanila na yun if they're gonna act on it or not. I'd say just that much. Yun na yun.
Yun. It is what it is. Pero, so far, when nakita ko tong lineup ni Solar, kasi nag-check tayo ng lineup ni Solar, kaya nga minention natin yung mga past programming nila. So far, I can really say, they're doing really well. Not like with ABS, Signal, TAP, and GMA has. But they're still doing well. Compare mo sa ganap sa Aliw. Aliw has sports too, but it's not the same. But at least Solar can keep up. Pero with wrestling coming back on Solar, it's very huge. It's been a while since we have wrestling in Solar. 2009 was the last time ata when we have wrestling. 2009, 2010 when TNA eventually joined TB5 and also WWE getting back the rights on TB5. Wala pa yung yung Shake Mo TV Mo days ni TB5. I think they're still having the WWE rights there. So that's good. Pero with ito nga, the details that we are able to provide, so and to confirm, wrestling is back in Jack TV or Solar Sports. So Solar, they are able to gain the rights for, let's say, Dexcon shows. Dexcon WrestleStorm, yung Fatal 4-Way ng World Underground Wrestling, and also, possibly, Dekada. It's been confirmed na din through our friends from the Wrestling Podcast. They actually confirmed it, but we still have to confirm it further. So, kumukuha din tayo ng info pa na mas malalim. So, therefore, we are able to talk about that longer. So, Dexcon as of right now, ito, double check ko din. So, Wrestle Storm. Then, yung Underground Wrestling PH, yung Fatal 4-Way. So, it's a 4-way between Crystal, Poppy, Alex Lee, and Chelsea Marie. Lagi ko na sabing Chelsea Green. But yun. And basically, Dexcon Decada is coming as well on Solar Sports. Let me know your thoughts about that happenings.
So
Basically getting
it's huge for the scene kasi Solar Sports, it's a platform na yung reach niya and
Malaki.
both malaki yung reach. So this is huge for the scene. So the shows that Dexcon shows shown there. So it's kind of like a blessing in disguise kasi di ba initially Dexcon shows were supposed to be Blast TV. So
Sa pay-per-view.
unfortunately,
Pay-per-view.
the tap. So unfortunately, that deal fell through. I mean, so now that it will be on Solar Sports, it's gonna be a bigger reach, and more people are gonna be introduced to wrestling, and not only that, for those people na mostly are into WWE, W, the more well-known mapupukaw o sila on what has been happening and what will happen in the local scene, especially Dexcon Decada. So it's one show that I'm excited for a lot of people to see on what had happened. Also with World Underground. So hopefully, I think it is Tagay na. Shown there.
Yan. Yeah.
Ayun. So, yes. Nawala ba ako? Or nandito pa?
yes.
Oo, man.
Okay. Sorry. So, what was the last thing na sinabi ko? Bago ako nawala. Ano ba yan? I don't know what happened.
But yeah, your signal by the way went better, actually.
Ayan. But yun nga, going back to what I was saying, it's a huge deal for PH Wrestling on Solar Sports. Fingers crossed also that Puso is gonna be broadcasted there, which is not too far off, especially when that ball gets rolling. Another thing that we can look.
Yun. And yeah, we will talk about Puso in a bit. Pero yun, so far, thank you, Chad, for that. Pero ako kasi, in my own perspective, I'm really glad that Puso is not leaning a masa thing, no offense to MWF mindset. But I am good with MWF or Puso Wrestling possibly signing with Solar 2. Pero, question in mind lang. Meron bang VOD service si Solar? Kasi I don't really see Solar airing shows on their platforms or potentially on a video service.
Parang wala.
As far as I know, wala. Sky lang tsaka cable link. But,
Yep.
yeah, that should be a bummer for some people who's looking for the VODs. I hope they can still find a way on getting the VODs. Pero Dexcon naman, for sure, they're going to find a way to air the VODs and not only on Solar Sports. Ay, na tagline only on Solar Sports. But then,
Baka may loophole yan. Na
yeah.
after you can actually post it on your again para malaman ng tao na, oh, we're airing it on. If you want to see us live, punta kayo Solar.
I agree.
There's more they would do that.
Mhm.
Specifically Solar. Kasi
Yeah.
basically, getting Filipino wrestling into any big major channel is good. It's big. Maganda to
Yeah.
na both FPW and Puso
Next call.
Wrestling and Dexcon actually got those deals. Kasi you grow an audience by reaching more people. So
Mhm.
again, both FPW, the way they tell their stories, and Dexcon, the way they tell their stories, they have their own
Different
target
niche.
people, target
Yeah.
audience, diba?
Mhm.
Pero the best hope is that they get more people from the other side to maybe give them a chance to entertain them
Mhm.
and hopefully grow. Kasi if they both grow, it would be to the benefit of the wrestling scene as a whole. Kasi more
Yeah.
choices for everybody. And
I
mas
agree.
makakahanap na saan ba ako masaya, saan ba ako mas nag-identify kesa there is a monopoly, there is a monopoly. Yung mga mailinig, wala na, hindi na yan magiging fans. Kasi nga, hindi naman ako represented sa community. Diba?
Mhm. That's what we're trying to do in PWPH. Actually, para lang ma-emphasize natin, hindi na nagtotolerate ng tribalism. So that's why we're trying to be balanced as much
Ako lang
on
po ang
what we're doing.
tinotolerate nilang tribalism. So, sorry,
No,
sorry.
shut the fuck up.
No, basically what I do naman kasi is trolling. So, I appreciate that you tolerate my trolling. Pero, sabi ko nga sa
Well,
inyo, at the
to
end
be
of the
fair,
day, I
everyone
still
is trolling at
want
this
them
point.
to grow.
But anyways, yeah, I agree. So, number one na rule namin, we don't tolerate tribalism. Kasi, alam mo, tribalism is very big in the international scene. At din dito locally. And we don't want to make it fucking grow outside of our community.
Mhm.
Yes, we are still a small community, but we're growing. But we don't tolerate that because it might lead to a disastrous decisions that we're having or we're doing. And also, parang ando na rin tayo sa part kasi na wrestling in the Philippines is evolving. Hindi naman totally natatanggap pa, pero tinatanggap na. That's the appropriate term. We are trying to give or to provide the programming, or we're trying to give the programming the appreciation. I hope everyone will get that the same thought.
Mm-mm.
And to people na ma-appreciate din nila yung programming, siguro they need to understand it that the mindset of wrestling is fake, is no longer existing. I mean, wrestling is scripted, but it's not fake to begin with. Pero yun, total, pinag-usapan na rin natin yung APW. So, let's dive into them as well. So, they have
Mhm.
this show, special show to, which will take place on September 15 sa Bake Studios, which is Unfinished Business, which is the second show of APW named under Unfinished Business. But no, I don't have any nitpicks on that. At least, they're able to have big shows, which is good. So, it will take place September 15 sa Bake Studios in Makati, which is, according to the fandom, compared to Brawl Pit, compared to Power Max Center, that might be the best studio for wrestling. Again, they're confident to say that because di pa naman ako nakapanood ng isang show sa Bake Studios. But I was there before in a event, and I can say na Bake Studios is definitely one of the best studios in the Philippines. And when it comes to the stories that they're building in and also the network deal that they're building in, so for context, they are now on Top Sports. They are able to tap them to sign a deal with Top Sports. We're not sure on how the deal will go on them, but that was a really good deal for our local scene. That's a big, big deal. Sa totoo lang. Pero Yon, September 15, the return also of Frederick Mahaba or Red Olero in the ring. I can't say anything because hindi man ako masyadong nagda-dive sa FPW pa. I was trying then to dive into it. Pero parang yung feeling ko, I am personally medyo excited ako in a way to see FPW grow bigger than what we are getting before. Pero like what I said, since we're able to drop the biggest SOB and FPW that time, we're not gonna dunk that much to it because it was able to be done. Pero yeah, I'm really happy to see our wrestling scene grow. I was very happy to say that FPW is getting the same success as Dexcon and WoW. And I hope they can capitalize on everything. But let me know your thoughts about FPW signing on TAP and your thoughts on some developments there.
Big for them. Kasi more exposure, di ba? Sabi ko nga kanina, the only way you grow, especially in this business, is to get more eyes onto your product. If you get more eyes, more people ay maiengganyo na manood live. Get live, generate tickets, generate hype. You generate hype, more people will watch. It's cyclical in nature. Pero big step sa kanila to get a TV deal plus a streaming deal na kung saan may VOD. Now, same thing with AEW, the challenge for them is you can get people on the door, get them to seat, get them on the seats. Huwag mo sila hayaan na umalis agad. Hook them so that they get to watch. Hopefully, your brand grows and with it, Philippine wrestling din as a whole. Christian, Jello?
Chan, go ahead.
It's good. It's a huge deal. I mean, FPW get the Tap Sports deal. It's good for them. So, just like with Dexcon getting Solar Sports deal, they will be able to have a bigger reach. So, grow their audience, and just like with the Dexcon and eventually so all who are not yung mga hindi pa ano sa local wrestling scene will have their eyes open. Mamumulat sila na uy, meron palang wrestling dito sa Tap Sports, meron din pala ditong wrestling sa Solar. So it will open more eyes to the local scene. And maganda rin dito is the audience can choose what shows they want to watch. For example, they want to watch FW Astig, or they want to watch Dexcon, they want to watch Puso. So, papunta na tayo dun sa walang monopoly.
Yeah, I agree.
So, it's good growth for the Philippine wrestling scene in general, and eventually for the talents, for the people working there, it will eventually come to a point na these TV deals, it will be a way na magiging stable job na nila. Like they don't need, it will eliminate for them to have day jobs on top of being wrestlers. Kumbaga, they will have more focus on building their brand, building product, building character. Kasi they'll have more time and to hone their craft. So sana ito TV na to be a huge step towards that direction.
Mm-hmm.
Ayun, I agree. Kasi in the end of the day, choice mo pa din masusunod sa wrestling. When it comes to wrestling, it's still your decision kung ano yung susubaybayan mo in the end of this discussion. Tsaka, parang lang WWE and AEW, they are pulling different people, or they're pulling,
Yep.
or they're trying to
Different
get
demographics.
some people. Oo. And it depends na lang siguro kung ano yung preference mo. And it depends na lang siguro kung ano yung magiging gusto mo ba o kung ano yung magiging preference mo in life when it comes to wrestling. But
Mhm.
anyways, good to see then that FPW and in a way Puso and World
Dexcon.
Underground Wrestling tsaka Dexcon. Dexcon is a affiliate lang. So I could not call them a wrestling promotion. So
Mhm.
we can call it more on a colonnade of World Underground Wrestling. Anyways, okay. So they now have APAC Wrestling they are now going to compete in APAC, which is huge. JDL and Mike Madrigal, top guys in their respective companies, competing in APAC Wrestling. Very huge. They're going to compete July 20, which is di naaabot sa recording day natin, sa episode release natin. But anyway, still huge to see both of their top faces of the company fighting for the belt. Very big deal. Very huge. To see Mike Madrigal, top guy in FPW. Then we see Jake De Leon competing as well. Top guy in the company getting the stoplight that he deserves. And imagine Shaukat versus Jake De Leon for the Ambition Wrestling Global Championship. Very huge thing. Imagine if
Nice.
Jake De Leon walks out as the APAC or Ambition Wrestling Global Champion. That will be a huge thing for our Philippine wrestling scene. Imagine if Mike
Mhm.
Madrigal was able to escape or to retain with the FPW title. That should be a big deal as well for them coming off
Mhm.
their show. Just September 15. So there's a lot of things to talk about. There's a lot of things to think about when it comes to their deal with TAP and
Mhm.
Solar respectively. So it's very interesting to hear that both companies are striving well, and I hope they can keep up. Okay. So we're not gonna dive longer on APAC. Let's talk about first the current stories that we have. So in Puso, they have this story between Jake De Leon and Chelsea Marie. I know some of us really love the idea of the story. Wala rin tayo doon sa Pinoy Wrestling Night. Wala ka sa Wrestling Night, right, Chad?
Oh.
Yan.
Oh.
Sorry about that. But yeah. So, Pinoy Wrestling Night was a fun show indeed. But, yeah, sayang lang. Di natin panood yung Pinoy Wrestling Night. That was fun as hell. Pero, we will talk about the top stories tournament ng Puso Wrestling. So let's dive into it. Mamaya natin pag-usapan yung isa pa. So, Il Puso, they have this tournament. So, it's a Tyro tournament. Na-official na lahat ng matches. So, it's going to be Main Max versus El Catipunero, round 1.
Oh.
Then they have Joey Rosas and Super P. Also, they have NSJ, Nigel San Jose, and Isaiah Valencia. And they have Aaron Liwanag versus Joya. Very huge matches. Plus the Jake De Leon versus Chelsea Marie main eventing the show. That should be a huge deal for the show that they are having this August 17. Pero interesting din is ano nga ba yung magiging placement for the brackets for this matches. I can assure that we might get two more matches or two more events or at least one more event before the coronation of the champion of Puso na wala na magre-react sa belt. Kasi yung MWF belt, grabe. Grabe yung batikos doon sa MWF belt. I hope we can get what the people wanted. And alam mo ko, nakakita ko yung sa post ni Fabio before that people are actually complaining about the belt even though it was praised by one of the greats in the name of Tajiri. Tajiri actually praised the belt. It's one of the most unique belt. Definitely one of the best belts in the game. So yeah, trajectory. Let me know what you think on this current run. So they're trying to build on their first show.
So yeah, I'm really excited with Puso's first show. So the tournament matches that has been announced, I'd like to see stories to be built from there. Maybe some 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 continuity from MWF. But I look forward to what new stories can be from there. So you have the mentor versus student versus Isaiah, uh, David versus Goliath, Aaron versus Joya. So that has potential because this can build in Hassel versus Bahay ng Jude and Main Max versus El Catip. So that's also a banger. Forward to showing respect afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
And same goes with Super P versus Joey Rosas.
Ito actually Super P versus Joey, sorry. Pero this is very interesting. Based on what we got on the final episodes of AKTV, I can see this story really well progress. This can be turned into a three-way love storyline with someone turns on the back soon with that would be interesting. Parang it reminds me of love storyline na we're having on the main shows. But let's wait to see what will happen on the stories. Go ahead.
Yeah, so sana, ayun nga, these tournament matches will branch out storylines. Not all, some. Also, JDL versus Chelsea Marie. So, kasi what happened? First, in the previous show, beating kasi unfortunately si Chelsea got cut off.
Mm-hmm.
So, dahil doon, there's a rematch that's gonna happen. And ito rin yung last match ni JD where he goes to Japan. So,
yeah.
It's gonna be special. And I'm expecting that JDL and Chelsea will bring the best out of each other and kakaroon ng satisfying finish. And of course, Chelsea will come out as a bigger star. It will match will increase her stock in the ranks of wrestling. And also yung Battle Royale.
We forgot about the Battle Royale, yeah.
Jun Capilos Jr. Battle Royale, so it's awesome, for one of our friends in the scene.
Shoutouts then kay Sir Gelson, because
Brother Gelson,
a good guy. Continue.
So really excited for that, especially they're gonna honor the dad of Sir Gelson, who is a pro wrestler. So that's also interesting because there are also rivalries within that battle royale. So we also have GK there and si kapatid na Benny.
Nasa Benny! Kapatid na unknown na siya.
Oh, sorry. Kapatid na unknown pala. I apologize. So,
hindi natin alam yung status niya eh.
Anyway, so he's from Bahay ng Liwanag. So, and also Patricia is there. So, this is
seriously. I hope Patricia wins this.
Yeah, I also hope that's like a a huge underdog, like an upset win.
Yes!
So, parang nakikita ko ang mangyayari dyan, like, I think, like the last four, let's say, GK, Habs, and Danny are beating the shit out of each other. Isha will just come out of nowhere and eliminates all three of them.
Again, it's a battle royale to remember a fan or big huge wrestling fan in Sir Jun Capilos. And I can see this as a opportunity not only to remember him, hindi to establish a new star. What if this match can be led to providing a title shot, maybe, down the line? Whoever wins. Pero let's face here, with JDL versus Chelsea, I know Chelsea might lose to JDL on that match, but I can assure you, Chelsea will be established more as a headline for Puso Wrestling and a candidate to headline some events for Puso. Pero yun, I can see Patricia actually winning the Battle Royale, and that will be memorable. And man, I really love to see that. If Jim Cornette watches this shit, that he might be disappointed. Pero yeah. Pero yun, yeah. Wala akong, aside from Fabio and Danny Zamora, other than the other people there in the match, wala akong nakikitang ibang possible winners other than those three. For now, at least. Sana madagdagan pa yung entrance. That's any thoughts?
No?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go.
Only a question, sorry.
Yeah, any thoughts
Medyo
on that development actually? Kala ko nakatulog ka na kasi parang may naharok sa background mo.
I'm with my dad kasi. Roommate ko.
Okay. Good. Okay. Good. So, yun nga. Question ko lang. With the trajectory nga of MWF dropping the stories nga ng or yung mga stuff that they used to do, ano sa tingin mo yung magiging advantage ng Puso come this tournament and also this first show? Ano yung magiging advantages for you? Especially like the rules, Manila rules, yung mga stuff that you used to do. Ano yung magiging trajectory mo when it comes to those stuff?
Basically, it's growing the audience. Kasi yeah, maganda yung ginagawa ni FPW, ni MWF before, pero again, at the end of the day, it's up to everyone's enjoyment. And yun, as much as nakakabuti siya because it sets them apart from all the other brands, at the end of the day, mayroon at mayroon kasi na-alienate. So, hopefully, yung mga na-alienate because of the way they used to produce their content, they might give Puso Wrestling, give Dexcon a second look. Although medyo mas gritty kasi if you look at FPW, napaka-slick. Kudos to them. Napaka-slick, napaka-professional looking. Basically, it's like TNA, production-wise.
Yeah, I agree.
Medyo mas gritty, medyo mas down to earth. But hopefully, mas mabigyan ng second look ng mga tao tong Puso Wrestling. Kasi hindi lang siya basically a rebrand of MWF, but basically, tumanda na si nagbinata na. Ito na hopefully yung nagbinatang version ni MWF, which hopefully gets more eyes on them. And again, same with FPW, the challenge would be not really getting people's feet on the door, but more of how to keep the people enjoying your shows in their seats. So that's the challenge. And the hope is they step up to the challenge. They are able to get people to not just silip. Gusto natin magstay sila. Gusto natin mag-grow yung fandom kasi a healthy fandom means it's a healthy wrestling scene in the Philippines. Tayong lahat na makikinabang if magbumat maging mas healthy yung local wrestling scene natin. Hopefully, it would be enough para madala natin sa ibang lugar yung mga wrestler natin and they be able to contribute to the global wrestling scene.
Did you say silip? Ano ang ating sisilipin?
Uy, porket alas dos ha.
Very appropriate, no? Yeah, so very, pero alam mo, I really love the idea din of Puso na they're leaning to a different approach na. I wish they could no longer use the rules here. Again, I am not the biggest fan of Manila Rules. No offense to MWF. But I really think that Manila Rules should be used in the appropriate way, like main events or some stories that can be used. This type of rules. Pero yeah, I'm glad that they are rebranded. I hope they can drop this as well. And I hope it can live in the past of MWF. Pero yan, yung isa pa, they need to drop the rankings. Screw the rankings. In every company, screw the rankings. In general. Again, I've been in AEW. AEW doesn't use the rankings anymore. So, screw the rankings. Simple as that. But yeah, yun. So, with Puso Wrestling getting this matches out of our window, I'm really excited as well on how shows will go after of this. Sana ako mag-finger cross na ako. After of this show, we need a cooler venue. In my own perspective, as someone who watched shows in Brawl Pit. No offense to some people who actually loves Brawl Pit. I love Brawl Pit, Bulusan. To be fair, that's the Hammerstein ballroom of Philippine wrestling. But sometimes we need to adapt. No, we need to adapt on how things are evolving throughout our world of wrestling. I love the Power Max Center in Makati because it's very convenient. Although patago pa din, but it's really accessible for people who is watching the product. The same with Bake Studios that FPW is using right now. That is very accessible. Nakita ko sa Google Map ko. Mas madali siyang i-access kumpara sa Power Mac, but still I can see Power Mac Center as my best venue. Kasi may kainan doon, so that's a plus. I can drink or eat before the show. Pero wala na kasing Tim Horton sa Ayala Malls circuit, so that's an L. By the way, screw Starbucks. We don't tolerate Starbucks here. Sorry, joke lang. Pero yan, yeah. Pero yeah, I'm starting to love local coffee din. No joke. Local coffee is definitely the best coffee. If you're going to say that Coffee Project is the best coffee in the Philippines, you're a big part of our problem.
Fuck that.
And then, I'm not going to say that it's owned by Billiards, but their coffee sucks.
Pero basically, if hindi man pwede ang PMC, why don't they look into Skydome? Is it too expensive? Skydome is also nice. Plus,
yeah, I agree.
Yeah. That Skydome is a good option.
Actually, pinipitch ko dati yung sa SM South Mall na events place. Kaso naiisip ko, napaka-traffic sa Las Piñas.
No, Skydome is the best. Tama ang size. It's slick enough. You can make it look better. Plus, if people want to watch, they can just watch.
Sayang yung sa Birdies ba yan? Sa yung tent nila. Alam ko nandun pa yung tent, pero I think wala na yung tent.
Ano ba
pero, ay, way? Oh, good.
Oo. Pero hindi ko alam kung ginagamit pa rin as that or hindi na. The
Pero hindi
structure
natin
is
siya
there, but
branded as
the function,
EBS.
hindi. But the problem is, hindi ko alam if the function is still the same.
I see, I see. But definitely, I hope we can see a show in SM Skydome. Skydome kasi is definitely the best one eh. Mega Mall,
Mm-mm.
wala naman pwedeng gamitan sa Mega Mall because they're currently redeveloping Mega Mall. And plano ata nila maglagay ng IKEA doon, which is
Yes.
personally it's time to expand IKEA there. So, yeah. Ayun. Personal take. Wrestling, they should explore big studios too. Puso should explore that venue too. Again, I'm not calling shots here, but they should explore venues that we think that it will be accessible for everyone. I mean, Brawl Pit is accessible to everyone, but not for
Naman.
everyone because it's very not for everyone. I mean, for me na
Gritty.
medyo pawisin, very ang inat sa Brawl Pit. Okay. Pero,
If trying to find the best word for it, it's gritty. Yeah, it has its own character. Pero at the end of the day kasi, not everybody likes to be in a gritty place.
yeah,
So
I
if
agree.
your goal is to get more people in the door, you
Isa pa
need
yan.
to find a venue na medyo kahit paano, mas maraming maienganyong pumunta kasi the more people seeing your product, the more the word of mouth will grow, the more the
Mhm.
word of mouth will grow, mas hahanapin yung palabas.
Yeah.
The bigger demand, the more leverage they have to actually uh, makapagpalabas ng maayos ng
Yeah.
show.
Actually, I can see Mandala as an alternative. Pero napapadalas kasi yung pag-ulan. So, well, no. Maganda yung
Hindi.
Mandala. Actually, as someone who
Oo.
saw the tapings in Mandala Park, yeah, I can see Mandala is doing really well when it comes to their
Mm.
shows. There.
But they need
Pero,
a better
yun.
venue.
Mhm. Chan, anong take
How
mo nga sa
about
Mandala?
Mandala is a good venue. It's a good venue. Okay doon, kaya lang ang kalaban lang talaga is the weather. The
Yeah,
weather lang talaga yung
definitely.
problem. And ito rin, I'm not sure if this is something that's being considered, pero if you're familiar with Studio 70, Kalayaan Avenue, that can be somehow another venue that so could possibly consider.
Ano studio yun? Sorry?
Studio 72 in Kalayaan Avenue. Ano,
Oh, let's try. Try ko mga i-search nga. Kasi wala akong idea dyan. Let's see.
Hindi, alam
Studio.
ko para sinehan ng style niyan eh. So if para
Ah,
sinehan ng style, how would you be able to,
that's Studio 76. Yan ba yan?
I think kasi kung malapit sa Kalayaan, that is that. But the problem with that is, it's a cinema style, parang Met. So
Parang yung
it would
seats
be
niya kasi
very,
pa-cinema eh. Hmm.
yep, it would be very hard to put up a show on a stage like that. Kaya nga,
Yeah.
again,
Okay na
go
yun kasi
back.
di doon sa UP. No offense, but
Yeah.
I don't like the UP setup nung last show ng MWF.
Oh.
Parang ang sikip. Ang sikip.
Kaya we go back to what we were saying a while ago, which is, tayo ay mag-explore ng Skydome. We have 2 Skydomes right now. May isa sa Aura Premier, may isa sa North EDSA. Either way, both are accessible, di ba?
Yeah, I agree.
Yep.
Studio 72. Yeah, I'm trying to look on Studio 72 right now. And, wait. Tingnan natin. Kung i-compare nyo to sa big studios, ano mas okay para sa inyo? Kasi, based on what I can see here, the studios looks really well too. But not bigger, but really well, I can say. It's more on same size as what Big Studios has.
This should actually work.
Pero yun.
Kung ito man yun, this would actually work.
I agree. Pero yun. Pero bigger shows, it should be done either Power Mac, going back to Power Mac. Bahay ng alumni, they can, or if they can still, SM North, o Aura. Aura, actually, akala ko Samsung yung sa Aura.
It's still, technically, it's still a Sky Dome.
Yeah, I agree. Pero kasi with Aura's venue, diba parang stadium seating din siya?
Pero siya yung Sky Dome sa it's basically a duplicate of the North End sa Sky Dome.
Wait a minute. Pero yeah, I always thought that Sky Dome in Aura is a stadium seating, just like what we have in like what cinemas, ganyan, or NFT. Yun, NFT. Pero parang alala ko tuloy yung show nila WWE sa concert. I don't want to go back there. That was horrible. Ganon yung setup. Nandun lahat yung crowd sa gilid. Then nasa unahan yung yeah. That was horrible. Di siya fan friendly. But yeah, yung shows din sa Sphere on UFC, that might be a testing ground if they can air WWE there. But yeah, so venues wise, yeah, we need to explore venues at this point. And I agree on all of your takes there, especially with the Studio 72, they should consider that. Pero wait, Studio 72 is farther than the Brawl Pit, right? Or mas malapit? I'm not sure.
Mas malapit siya.
Interesting. Well,
wait, checking up in, oo nga, Samsung Hall is medyo hindi siya pabilog, malaigya siya. There's a balcony and then there's a stage area and there's an open area in front of the stage.
Anong venue nga yan?
Sky Dome Aura. Hindi siya katulad ng Sky Dome na bilog.
Ano nga kasi yan? Stadium nga kasi yung seating niyan. It's more on a NFT. Yeah, it's more on an NFT thing. So, yeah. Pero, ito when it comes to venues din, ang pinaka-best venue siguro that we might have, again, I don't tolerate the bullshit Kibuloy is doing. When it comes to big venues, but KJC Dome is more realistic venue than a Philippine Arena. To be honest with you guys. Again, we are just speculating things. More on, ano ba dito? Nagdi-dream up tayo ng idea na venues. Pero I can see KGC Dome as a better venue on that type of scenario.
Depende.
I can realistically, not possible.
Depende, not because of the but you have to consider mamaya ang seating tier niya, mala seating tier na Philippine Arena kasi remember the way sumamba si La Pastor Kibuloy is basically the same as kung paano sumamba si Iglesia. So if they configure their seating the same way Iglesias, Philippine Arena is configured, medyo awkward mag-produce ng shows. Kasi I saw it in the World Cup. Medyo cramped ang presentation kasi nakakaram into one side lahat ng production. Kasi there are 10,000 white bleachers na yun yung dapat supposed to be upuan ng choir when there's a mass ng iglesia. So basically what they did during the World Cup was tinulak nila yung palayo and then lahat ng production, all the cameras, yung mga commentary booths, media tribune, everything, krinam nila doon. Pero when you talk about, that's basketball and that's fine, but ang cramp na nga niya tingnan more so in a wrestling setting.
Paano pa yun?
It'd be very, very cramped.
That's why I don't tolerate Philippine Arena as a wrestling venue.
No, it's a concert venue. Plain and
Yeah.
simple.
Begin with.
Kasi
Even
even
mind, not
basketball ako,
Taylor Swift concert venue.
hindi. The only reason you can't bring in Taylor Swift is because Taylor Swift isn't willing to. Hindi siya katulad ng Coldplay na Coldplay basically cut their stage in half to accommodate it sa Philippine Arena. Taylor kasi doesn't wanna cut her concert stage in half. Kasi yung rampa towards the people, makakat in half yan if you put it sa Philippine Arena. That's
Baka
actually
nga
the
unahan
reason
lang
ba.
yung malagay.
No, 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 no. No, I was personally there for the Coldplay concert. They can accommodate naman, pero the rampa would be short.
Yeah.
Hindi siya makarampa maayos.
Hindi siya makakapagsayaw-sayaw doon sa gitna. So, that's why.
Yeah, limited ang dancing space technically.
Yeah,
Pero yun nga,
especially with
having
what
covered
we got on Twice tsaka Blackpink. Yeah,
even
I could
Coldplay,
see the difference. Yeah, Coldplay.
even
Malaki yung
Coldplay.
stage ng Coldplay.
Pero
Yun, go ahead.
ano yun? Pero maliit pa yun. Kinalahati yun. Kinalahati yun, man. If you'd see yung mga sa Rio Plaza, yung other venues for their Music of the Spheres concert, maliit
Mhm.
ang stage sa Manila. Very cramped, very small. But they were able to make it
That's,
work, but not everybody can make it work. Or make it slick, so to speak.
kaya medyo sinasabi ko, mas realistic venue talaga yung ginagawa na kay Jesse. Kasi hindi siya matapos-tapos.
Hindi, depende kasi on sa sitting. We don't
Yes,
know
this.
paano ba ang layout ng sitting.
Mhm. Actually, based
You have
on
to,
the
you have to wait for the
photos,
layout of the sitting.
yeah, I agree naman that. Pero, nakita ko yung seating niya nung ginagawa siya is, yes, I am seeing the photos on SMNI, pero it's like a normal venue, not tas pababang venue. That was horrible idea to begin with the seating.
Hindi,
It's more
wala
like a
akong
stadium
magagawa. Philippine Arena kasi is constructed
or
primarily as a
church.
church,
Mhm. Yeah.
secondarily just to sustain the church. Kapag an activity venue. Pero
I agree.
primarily it's a church, kaya ganun siya.
I agree. Pero, mahirap siya i-project as a concert venue unless people will adjust or the promotions will adjust to that venue.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Pero
Di
utang
ba
na loob
kasama
naman,
pa rin
yung
yung
i-priority yung
Arena?
Taylor Swift Stadium.
Galit. Yung politiko kasi, galit sila kasi sa ibang bansa. Alam mo yun, hindi sila kasi, they watch Taylor Swift sa ibang bansa, pero they don't get their moment in the sun. They want their moment in the sun. Kaya ganyan. Gusto nila i-feature sila si congressman ganito, si senator ganon, si
Of
undersecretary
course.
ganito, Department of God. Yung basically, you don't care about international news. You care about the local news covering na, o si ganito
Mhm.
nanood ng Cold, si ganito, si ganyan. Because that's what
Mhm.
I saw sa Cold. Not the show, but sino ang mga nanood.
Yeah. Pero ito, mabilis, pasadahan nga natin. Anong take mo sa Taylor Swift Arena na to? We don't care about the rumor mill. Let's talk about realistically what they're projecting. Ano yung take mo about the idea of that arena?
Honestly, seriously, ang dami na nating venues to begin with. It's just
Yeah.
a matter of
Ito pa yun.
adapting into the venues. Ba't hindi na lang yung i-develop yung sa New Clark Stadium?
Sayang din yun.
Pwede yun. It's in the middle of nowhere though.
Tarlac, right?
Sa gitna ng kawalan sa Tarlac. Everybody
Mhm.
who covered there kahit sino, lahat na nag-cover nun nung SEA Games hated going there because it's in the middle of fucking nowhere. Even hotels, walang hotels. So, makikiano ka ng transit places. Or doon ka sa kotse mo mag-video kasi nga,
Oo, tutulog sa kotse.
may accommodation siya, but for the athletes. For some media, but not everybody can be accommodated.
Mhm.
and you're in the middle of fucking nowhere.
I agree. That's why we don't need other venues eh. Kaya parang nakikita ko, why we're having this Taylor Swift venue if the New Clark City is not accessible for everyone to begin with. Except, to be fair, cars are accessible. Pero, public, hindi siya accessible.
Yun
Like,
nga yun. Yun talaga yun.
trains. Mhm.
It's a popularity grab kasi nagsiselo sila. Kasi a lot of them went to the other countries pero when they check, nabalita ba sa Pilipinas na nanonood ako ng Coldplay or ng ganito or ng ganyan? Wala namang balita kasi nga you don't see them and other countries don't give a damn about you and they don't like that. Kasi mga politiko natin, mga aso yan, they're desperate for any semblance of attention. So how do you get that any semblance of attention? Kailangan even the mundane act of watching concerts, ma-feature na si congressman, si senador, si undersecretary na nood dito. Kaya pag sinabi ni Nelson Canlas, who's who ng ganito, nanood sa ganito. Kasama sa mga nanood si congressman at ang kanyang asawang sikat na TV personality na si Kwan, si senador ganito at ang kanyang asawa na si Kwan, si secretary ganito at ang kanyang misis na si Kwan. You get my drift.
Yeah.
If you watch local TV, ganun siya eh. They don't get that TV mileage and naiinis nila that they don't get the TV mileage. They don't get to piggyback dun sa kasikatan na kung sino man yung pop culture icon na gusto nila makipiggyback.
Bini na nga lang, for example eh. Ayun,
Yung ano?
in-example ko yung Bini. Dami na kikibibang sa Bini ngayon. Tingnan mo, eto bago tayo mag-continue sa tagay na, yung sa Bini, it can lead to a disastrous election 2025. Yung putang ng Tio Moreno na to, troll to ni Dugs ni Digong. Turned into a Christian Gaza bootleg asshole na trying hard maging content or influenza na bash ng Basabini, yan, na bawian kayo ngayon. Deserve. But yeah, I understand what you're trying to point there.
Still, do not underestimate your electorate. You have to tread carefully. Kasi we have seen it before. If a certain section of the electorate feels like pinagkakaisaan kami, they'll band together and you don't want that happening. You want them to choose individually.
Mm-hmm.
So, wag mo nalang maliitin or hindi maliitin. Don't look down on anyone. Para lang maiwasan natin yung nangyari before na because ang tingin ng mga marunong sa mga tanga ay ang tatanga nyo. Yung mga tanga nag-band together. O, sino natalo? Yung marunong.
Diba? Ayun.
Diba?
Mm-mm. That's why na-relate natin to dito sa topic natin. We're talking about assholes na politicians and now they're taking advantage of the spotlight again. And now, they want to get credit of this venue that they're trying to build in New Clark, which is this Taylor Swift Stadium, which is, I don't think we need another stadium because we can have Philippine Arena, we can use the MOA, Araneta, or if they can still rebuild Araneta, they can do, but I don't think. But yeah, they can still do that.
Ongoing pa rin. Yung pag-aano sa Araneta, pag-aayos, ongoing pa rin siya, pre. It's in phases.
Okay. Akala ko tinigil siya dahil ng gateway.
No, magtatay pa sila ng gateway sa Telus House.
Oh, God. Malaki na yung gateway, papalaki pa nila lalo. Gagawin nilang Green Hills, Green Belt, Glorieta ng Araneta to. Nakakaligaw lalo.
Hindi man nakakaligaw umikot sa gateway 2. Having been repeatedly exposed to those places. Sa una lang nakakalito, pero once you get the hang of it, swabe naman anuhan yun. Plus, including even the Araneta, the Coliseum itself is reinventing pa rin naman. We just have to wait
Yeah.
kasi nga, because of all of the developments that Araneta is nagbubuhos ng pera into, hindi mo ma-expect na ora-orada, ma-improve nila yung Araneta Coliseum. Plus,
Pero,
why fix what's not broken?
yeah, I agree. Isa pa yan. Pero, wait lang. Ino-obserbahan ko kasi yung mga events sa Araneta. It's been a while since they redeveloped the venue, right? 2010s? 11? Before
No,
the
the last time,
rebranding?
no. No. The last time
Di ba?
the first major redevelopment happened in 1999. The second
Which is the current.
redevelopment happened around 2013 or 12, 13
Yeah.
or 14, one of those years.
Mhm.
And then 2023, just before the World Cup.
Oh.
Kasi they had
So,
to
medyo bago pala
renovate
yung
to make
seats. Okay.
yeah, because they had to renovate to make it up to the FIBA standards.
Mhm.
Pero ang problem mo kasi sa Araneta, because of its design, yung retractable seatings niya, hindi, yung luma pa rin, hindi mo malagyan ng bagong retractable seating kasi because of the size. So, yung Coliseum niya, yung gilid, apat kasi na corners yun. Yung
Oo.
side ng South Gate, retractable yun. Dalawang size na retractable yun. Pwede mo i-push, pwede mo i-pull. And then there are yung red gate, green gate sides. Yung red and green gate sides, ano siya, kahoy yun. Pwede mo baklasin yung risers na yun to expose more floor area. So pag mga ice hockey, ganun, pwede mo siya i-set up. Tapos may isang permanent set of patron seats, yun yung sa may yellow gate. Kabilang side. Kasi yung South Gate, ano yun retractable yun. Pag inalis mo yun, pwede ka na magpasok. Parang nung if you were able to watch WWE live, naka-retract yung seats sa may South Gate kasi nakatayo doon yung stage.
Yeah.
Kaya nga actually, mas maganda mag-produce ng wrestling shows sa Araneta kaysa sa MOA. Kasi yung backstage ng MOA, medyo contrived ang backstage ng MOA. Like, ano kasi yun, RDU, and then the dugouts. So, medyo malayo lalakarin mo from the dugouts to the stage. Kasi lang ka ng RDU exit. Unlike sa Araneta, yun na yun, dugouts na yun. Then you walk further, media area, you walk further, RDU or yung service entrances. Mas straightforward ng Araneta kasi mas luma.
Pero yun, I think they're going to build the same formula ng Mall of Asia Arena sa Seaside, sa Cebu. They're already
They're
building
actually
up
doing
a
a mini MOA, a
stadium.
10,000-seater MOA. And fun fact from people I know, they've told me, yung flooring ng ng MOA, yung ginagamit ngayon ng tabla sa MOA, once matapos na yung Seaside, the flooring na ginagamit right now sa MOA, yung pinagganapan nung first NBA game in the Philippines would be shipped sa Cebu, will be used there. Tapos, SM actually bought one, if I'm not mistaken, one of the 3 floors used during the World Cup. Basically, not the one, hindi yung ginamit mismo nung final.
World Cup.
No, not the one actually used sa MOA nung World Cup, but one of the other ones. So I'm not sure if it was the one used sa Araneta or sa Philippine Arena, but they bought one of them para yun ang ilalagay ngayon na bagong flooring sa MOA Arena. Kasi yung actual floor na ginamit, yung actual floor na ginamit sa MOA Arena, andoon siya ngayon sa Ninoy Aquino. If you're watching the PBA.
Advantage na in PBA. Yeah.
Actually, nakapaglaro na ako doon. One tournament, kami mga press people, naglaro kami doon. Maganda. Ang ganda ng tabla nila. Hindi siya madulas at all.
I see. Okay.
Surprisingly.
So, we are talking about these venues kasi. Yes, potential venues kasi ng wrestling. Potentially. Malay nyo, WWE ngayon is exploring venues Then, yeah, realistically, like what I mentioned was okay talaga. Like what I said, normally speaking, mas accessible si MOA, but Araneta is better production-wise when it comes to events, no? Kaya di ko masisi yung mga events sa concerts, mas pinipili nila yung Araneta eh. Tandaan MOA. MOA, marami silang shows, I fair. Pero, trajectory-wise, Araneta is still the one to go.
Nasa
Kaso,
gitna kasi Araneta.
gitna ba ang Araneta? Kaso di pa rin kasi talaga, gitna ba ang Araneta?
Hindi, if you talk about transportation, yes. Kasi nasa pagitan siya ng LRT2 at MRT3. That's what gitna means.
Alam ko naman yung gitna na, pero realistically, yung gitna, akala ko mega ball. It always be mega ball.
Oo. Pero geographically, yes. Pero when we talk about venues, Araneta ang gitna mo kasi doon nagsasalubong yung major transit lines mo. Kasi when you go to MOA, ang problem mo, hindi umaabot ang MRT sa MOA. Kung umabot MRT sa MOA, that's a different discussion. Pero dahil di umaabot, you have to ride an extra ride before you even reach doon.
MOA. Pero yun nga. That's why we're talking about the realistic things of having venues there. And it's fine because that was a really good discussion when it comes to venues that we are currently having. Pero yun nga. Yeah, let's dive to Tagay na. Mabilis lang naman to. I don't really want to dunk into Tagay na. Yeah, nag-reconnect. Yun. Excuse me. Kala ko nag-disconnect yung recording. Sorry. Pero yun, let's talk about Tagay na. Kasi Tagay na realistically is my first Woo show. Gusto ko na mag-shoutout kay Sir Jellison kasi he was able to give me the ticket. Binigyan niya ako ng ticket doon. Supposedly, bibili ako ng Gen Ad. Pero sold out na yung Gen Ad. So, yeah, that should be it. Yun lang yun. Pero shoutouts lang kay Sir Jellison. I hope you can support his tournament. Naparating yung Bayat Battle Royale din. Pero, yeah. Tagay na is such a... I'm going to say this. Shit show in a good way. Sobrang disastrous in a way. Na that's a ride that you have to ride with. And it's amazing that we are able to watch it live. Coach, imagine, umabot tayo sa point na may ambulansya sa labas because of possible constable elements that we are getting in this show because it's very violent. Imagine mo, hampasin ka ng bote sa ulo. 2 bote yun sa ulo, Imagine
and these
that.
are not gimmick, I'm assuming.
Not a gimmick. I swear to God, yung mga magsasabi dyan na, ay, scripted naman yan. Hampasin kaya kita ng bote sa ulo. Tignan natin. I swear, people criticizing World Underground Wrestling and MWF before should understand the concept.
They keep on forgetting kasi na, yeah, wrestling is the results are predetermined, but at the end of the day, the journey to get to the predetermined result, you still batter bodies. Subukan mo ihampas ang sarili mo sa canvas. I used to do boxing. Puta, masakit yun. It's the same with the wrestling. Masakit bumagsak. I'm assuming it's the same with wrestling. Kasi the canvas is unforgiving.
Yeah.
Tapos, when you're hit pag tinamaan ka ng weapon, it's true. Pag ang kalaban mo medyo green, masatansya ka talaga. There are potatoes every now and then. So you can, although it's scripted, although it's choreographed, at the end of the day, the beating these people take to entertain us is real.
Pero unahan ko na kayo Number 1 rule in every wrestling event, local, international, huwag kayo ma-offend sa akin dito. Number 1 we have to follow wag na wag kayong aakyat sa ring kahit anumang pamamaraan yan. Wag na wag kayong aakyat. Wag niyo nang antayin
Unless you're
may
invited.
sumampal at humampas sa inyo.
Hindi, again, clarification, unless you're invited.
Yeah, I agree. Unless invited.
Kasi
Pero yung ikaw,
I've been able to enter sa one championship and was Brave CF, yung venue nila, yung ring. I was able to enter because I was invited by the team ni Chatri for one championship. Sa Brave CF,
Yeah.
yung kanilang media officer, they invited us to take pictures inside the cage. So, yeah. But,
pero
on your own
take mo.
volition, please lang, wag po.
Wag na wag. Wag niyong gagawing sarili niyong tanga. When it comes to that, I swear, there's one people over on the internet feeling niya proud na siya.
Kasampa sa kanto, no?
Sabihin niya pa, ay wala naman sumita sa akin eh.
Fuck.
That's besides the point. You don't respect the canvas wherein people give their bodies to entertain you. Pare,
In general,
simple
you don't
lang.
respect the business.
Hindi, respeto na lang. Not respect the business, respeto in general. It's not your property. It's not your property. If it's not your property, what do you do before you invade? Ask permission. Huwag natin pairalin yung gawa na lang muna. Pag sinita, saka mag-sorry. Doesn't apply to this dude.
Well, well, huwag gagawa dyan. Boys of the boys na siya eh. Best in the world. No!
Basic etiquette man lang. And sacred.
Basic etiquette, kailangan gawin mo yan. Anywhere.
Paalam ka muna, pre. Is lang.
Kahit saan. Pagkain, sex, kahit saan. Huwag ka nang kapal ng mukha. Pero yun, kaya nare-relate natin yung mga bagay-bagay na yan sa context natin. Because this is horrifically disrespectful. Again, I'm not speaking to anyone. But when it comes to the respect to the mat of our business kasi, it's more on if nare-respeto ng ibang bansa yung ring, we should do the same. In general.
So more than that, you need to remember na yung pagpasok sa mga ganyan, it's a privilege. You earn that privilege. Wala kang karapatan na on your own, papasok ka sa ring, do your thing. You earn the privilege to actually step into that ring.
Actually, to emphasize the privilege mo na makapanood, not to step in. That's the difference there.
No. What I'm talking about is even for the wrestlers themselves, it is a privilege. But even the wrestlers themselves, hindi ka basta-basta pasasampahin dyan.
Sure.
You earn the privilege to get to step into the ring, even train inside the ring. So kung sila mismo ganun, sino ka?
Right? Diba? Kaya konting respeto lang. Kahit respeto na lang eh. General eh. Tama na yung ganyang bullshit. Huwag mo nang gawing proud yung sarili mo na naka-sampa ka. Tapos, pag kinriticize ka, mukha kang tayong nilubog sa lababo. Pero yan, going back, let's talk about Tagay na real quick dyan. Yung Tagay na was fun. That was very good to me. Sa totoo lang, sobrang confident ako na this show is indeed a candidate for best show of the year. If hindi natin kinandidate yung dekada. Kaya dekada as a whole was amazing. But
It's an amazing
this
show.
Tagay na very, very good. Yung kasaysayan niya. Let's take that. You know what I mean. Pero yeah, I love Tagay na that was amazing show. There's something comedic, that was horrific, and that was fun as well.
Hindi.
Pero, yan.
Tagay na kasi feeling ko exists in its own small niche of the wrestling fandom, but alam mo yung, it is a very craptastic show that it went overboard in being craptastic that it ended up being actually good.
It's basically what you could not see on Uso or MWF.
Exactly. Exactly. They went overboard.
It's basically hardcore.
Yep. They went overboard and at the end of the day, it actually worked. Kaya
Kahit
sabi ko
comedic siya
craptastic in all
somehow,
the best ways.
but that was amazing. Pero yun. Chan, let me know your first thoughts on Tagay na. Huwag natin pabahay na per match. Let's tell na lang kung ano yung buong thoughts natin on the event.
Was good. Tagay na, it's like you went to an ECW show.
Yeah, I agree.
Weapons galore. Lego. And to the point na, kinuha nila yung takip ng toilet bowl as a weapon.
Oh my God.
Grabe yun. And of course, icing on the cake, the beer bottles. Pilsen na hinampas kay Katie, Rasael. They sold it like a champ. So, yung selling din ng mga weapons doon. I loved it. Like an old school ECW show. Ayun nga, the point na may ambulance sa labas ng brawl pit. As a safety precaution din, but to really sell what could be the potential violence na mangyayari doon.
Missed opportunity. Alam mo dyan, missed opportunity on that ambulance. Nagkaroon sila ng video footage na napasok yung ambulance. That was
Like, si Katie and
Feeling ko hindi pa payagan ng ambulansya yung pre eh. Kaya hindi. Kasi kung papayagan ng ambulansya yun, andun yun definitely.
Yes. Diba? But yeah, that was a missed opportunity. I would love to see that. Like yung mga ambulance matches ganyan. Na may entrance pa yung ambulance or minsan nandun na lang siya assist. Pero yeah, that was a missed opportunity.
Question is, saan ka uupa?
Yun, isa pa yan. Pero yun.
Kasi ako yung work in an ambulance, hindi ako papayag sa ganyan. This personal, sa akin ng ambulansya eh.
Isa pa yan. Chan, continue. Baka may yan ako ba? Sorry that. Go.
So, yeah, maganda yung overall, I enjoyed Tagay na, and also then I enjoyed Robin Sane versus so and
sorry, nawawala ka ulit, bro.
Ayun, so ayun nga, pretty much an ECW style show, old school ECW style. And sayang though, hindi natuloy yung title match ni Zero versus One Man Crew. So that
was a missed opportunity.
Yeah, missed opportunity, but ended up he had the Danny Zamora and GK.
Actually, wala si Danny dun.
Ay, sorry. NSJ pala, sorry.
NSJ.
Nigel pala, sorry. I mixed it up. Yeah, Danny Zamora was in the show anyway. He had that run-in doon sa main event. And Romeo...
That was horrific, man.
And Romeo took him out of the picture. So, maganda rin yung pagkaka-overbook sa main event. Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah. In a way that was Cody overbooked. Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah. Similar to how Cody Roman was overbooked. Saya. And I look forward Or
Alam mo, nitpick ko lang with the main event, sorry. Hindi si Silent P yung Silent D yung nagpin. Sayang,
yeah,
sayang. But yeah, that was fun. That was terrific. Go.
yeah. And another element in that main event that sinel nila yung attack kay SJM press conference. Just think not gonna be there, only to show up minutes later. So that's another good storytelling. Had to have
Oh, yung wala nga si Fabio Miss opportunity yun Pero yeah, I fine with Romeo.
So yeah, overall it's a good show. And ayun nga, aside from the Danny Zamora, Fabio Makisig, sana rin may follow through ng Romeo Danny Zamora run in perhaps in Puso.
Definitely.
Ito yun.
For sure naman. Susunod nila.
Fun.
Yan. So, yeah, I agree on your take sa Tagay na. That was amazing. That was a horrific show. I agree on some parts that the show ended really well. I'm glad that was amazing. I'm glad din na umulan. So, it means we're able to do some photo shoots there, but uminom na lang kami. We decided na lumabas, drink some beer, since libre naman, may beer naman doon. Yeah, we took Tagay na seriously. And, yun. Gusto ko lang mag-shoutouts din kay Harvey ng Reso Pasto, tsaka kay Troy ng Joshi Journals. Man, si Ali din, by the way. Ali, we love you. Balik ka na. But yun, yun nga, parang, alam mo yun, yung Tagay na, mas na-essence ko siya after na nung show. Dahil nung pag-inom na. Actually, there's a lot of things that was pitched on that stuff. Na-share ko naman na sa GC yung iba. Siguro, I'll share some of that once we're able to done things in August or September. Pero yan, that should be a surprise then once we're done deal with those things. But for now, let's keep it secret. Siguro, let's make it official once everything will be fixed. But anyways, going back to Tagay na. Tagay na was horrific in a good way. It's amazing to see our wrestlers taking such a good beating for that type of show that we got. This is not your typical Puso or MWF show that having more on storylines rather than the matches. This is more on a hardcore type of matches now. And we're good that we are not getting this Manila rules. I'm good with that. Because in a personal perspective, I despise Manila rules. Every match.
Dapat kasi Manila rules, ginagawa nilang parang Hell in a Cell yan. You build into it. And then you use it to end something that cannot be ended the normal way. Hindi yung every time maisip ng bookers, kailangan natin na something cool. Salpakan mo na Manila rules. No. Because it dilutes the mystique, the aura, the pagka-special attraction nung kind of match. Yan yun yung reason. But sa Triple H, bakit wala tayo recently nakikita na Hell in a Cell masyado? Because that's what Triple H saw as the problem ng Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. It overexposed the gimmick to the point that it doesn't elicit fear. When in fact, dapat the mere mention of Hell in a Cell elicits fear into the hearts of the wrestlers. So, ganun din dapat gawin nila dyan. Na parang pag sinabing
it's like the Heritage Cup
na Manila Rules match, oh shit. Para mapapagano ka dapat.
Pero isa pang example was the Heritage Cup. Pansin nyo, we are not getting Heritage Cup matches that much.
Mm-hmm.
That's because of that. Pero yun, regardless, Wu, tagay na, was amazing, was horrific then to see how things went out on that show. And yeah, I cannot wait to see the next DexCon. DexCon might be between the FPW show and December. And there will be another show for Puso down the line. Yun yung trajectory natin. Again, this is not an official trajectory. Pero we might see a Puso Wrestling Champion na December. So that's what I can confirm or what I can say.
That's good.
By the end of the year, we now have two Pinoy Wrestling Champions again. Again, I want to give props to Mike Madrigal. Mike Madrigal is doing a hell of a job as FPW champion and the de facto champion in the Philippines. And I think that he is the top champion, in fact, but the best champion in a while. I love JDL, to be fair, but Mike Madrigal earned his shot there. But JDL is very given. JDL Fabio, very given. They earned their way on the Tyro scene. But Mike Madrigal is something very earned and very deserving champion there. Kahit di ko ganun survival yung buong tournament, but I can see Mike's history with hatred that he got.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually, he was able to be a babyface, Corbin, like that, na nag-work.
Mm-hmm.
Na nag-grow din naman, actually. But, yeah, Mike Madrigal is something that projects that idea. He's an amazing champion, to be fair. Yun. So, madami pang pwedeng mangyari. Kasi magkakaroon din tayo ng PWPH Awards dito soon. So, we might see things very differently come the end of the year. Ewan ko kailan natin masisave yung PWPH Award. So, technically, that's our second. But, yeah, we cannot wait to see how things will fold on Season 2 and 3. Pero trajectory ko, December tayo magsi-Season 3. So, there's the awards there. Then, yeah, I'm really excited on how things will fold on our podcast then as a whole. But yeah, as of right now, Puso Wrestling, August 17 sa Brawl Pit Bulusan. Plug na lang natin. I cannot wait to see how things will go there. September 15 is FPW Unfinished Business sa Bake Studios din. And yeah, that's then ang kino-consider ko. If I wanted to go there, or we wanted to go there, we will consider. That because that's a huge show for local. Pero let's see kung ano yung papakita din natin by DexCon, which is in October. Wala pa ako nakikita na mababasang news on who will come this DexCon season again. Pero so far, I'm really excited on how things will go. TAP is still airing FPW shows. Wala pa tayong idea on how things will go on Solar. Like what we're talking about in the beginning. Medyo nag-diverse tayo no? On topics. but that was amazing, I swear. 2 episodes back to back. Imagine the magnitude of both episodes on our platforms. Yan. So, any final plugs na lang, guys, before we go? And yeah, I cannot wait to finish this episode. So.
Hello?
Yeah, final plugs.
Yeah.
Oh, na, pre. Gas namin. Then, kayong guest namin, hindi kayo muna.
Ano ba yun? Sorry, nag-choppy kasi.
Mag-plug ka na. Mag-plug ka na. Ipa-plug ka.
Wala naman ako ipa-plug sa ngayon kasi wala naman pong sports leagues. Oo kasi ang PBA mid-August pa. So mid-August magbabalik po ang ating PBA. Panoorin niyo po sa RPTV. continue to support local wrestling, and guys, please tirahin nyo na yung Blast TV kasi napakamura. Legit. I'm a paying, hindi po ito paid, hindi ito paid advertisement. I'm a paying subscriber of Blast TV. Get one. Sulit siya.
If you have Converge, take advantage of it as well. Sulit siya.
Or Glow.
Hindi, doon ka pa rin sa paid, Brad. Converge ako, pero
Iba pa
doon
din
ako
yung
sa
paid.
paid eh. Oo
Yeah,
naman.
iba pa din. Yan, Chan.
So yun, support our local wrestling scene. So yeah, upcoming shows ni Puso, August 7th. Tickets are still available as of this time of recording. And also FPW's Unfinished Business on September 5th. Studios. So support local wrestling and watch out for them. App Sports for FPW, Solar Sports for DexCon. Fingers crossed, Puso will also be there. And another plug. So also the jumpsuit apparatus on September 11th sa Davao and Manila. For Manila and for Davao then and add pa din. And
Yeah.
sa Manila, I think there's a hand pa. So look forward to for naman.
Chan, medyo nawawala ka doon sa plugs part. Sorry.
Ayun. So for those na mahilig, something to look forward. Like syempre the jumpsuit that's part of emo era phase. It'll be a fun show at Sky.
Yeah. Yun. So, yeah. I think ayusin lang natin sa mismong post-recording yung feed natin. But sorry yan, guys. But we're going to cap off our back-to-back recordings. It's almost 3 in the morning. God damn it. Ayun. So, first thing, let's plug some stuff. Yun nga. August 17 is Puso. First show. Unang Tibok. That was named Unang Tibok as their debut show, which is good. August 17, Brawl Pit Bulusan. Ticket is still up as of recording. FPW as TIG or Special Unfinished Business on September 15 sa Fake Studios in Yakal, Makati, which is a very good venue. And then, you can catch the shows yung sa DexCon. Wala pa naman tayong announcements on when, at where. It's on Solar Sports. Then, FPW as TIG, we don't have a stable schedule there, but their shows is available on Tap Sports and on demand on YouTube and on Blast TV. And yun, dito naman sa podcast, sa main event, at saka sa PWPH, again, you can support our podcast sa PWPH Podcast sa group community natin at PWPH Select. Also on X at PWPH Select. Then, yung episode natin will be released in advance on our Patreon sa mga patrons natin. Kung gusto nila panoorin yun, panoorin nyo. Kasi ahead naman of time kung mapapanood nyo siya. Will be released back-to-back Wednesdays. Kasi make sense naman sa build-up ng ganap sa local scene on that time. So we can tackle that longer pag may panahon na at sa season 2 din. Pag-usapan natin na mas mahaba yung Puso. Yun, you can follow as well the Mother Network of this show, the Main Event Mark, and also the PWPH Wrestling Network, all of the social media platforms at MEM Wrestling Pod at MEM Wrestling Pod sa Patreon as well. Yun. And our respective plugs. You can follow me at AG Penera on X and on Instagram. Wala naman akong pakialam sa threads. So if you want to use still the threads, then so be it. It's your own decision. Pero, Chan, Dance, ano yung mga, baka ma-follow din kayo?
No, I'm good.
On Instagram.
Yeah, so ilagay na lang natin mo. So, yun, that should be it for now. Again, thank you very much guys for joining me and joining the show for yet another holy shit match. Holy shit recording for the PWPH podcast again. On behalf of Christian and Dennis here, my name is Angelo Pedera, the CCO of PWPH Select. And expect some bangers and also a new face of PWPH soon. For now, stay safe, stay razo. Don't be a dick. Sorry, I have to adapt that from our friends over the Wrestling podcast because I have to use that. Because don't you ever climb into the ring. Don't you ever. Wag kayong aakit sa ring. And yeah, stay safe stay reso as fuck. And yeah, kayong gago. Yun lang. The main event, Mark. A cooperation with the PWPH Wrestling Podcast. We're out for now and see you on the next one. Wait lang. Bye for now.